Hey guys, Joshua Zamora here once again inside of the Samurai Dojo with another great guest here, and he's been on here several times, well, two times before, and always sharing some great information, and it's always a pleasure to have him here. So Wyatt, it's great to have you here. I know we're looking forward to sharing some great information. Great for you to be here. Let's go ahead and get started with just a quick 2 to 3 minute snapshot of where you came from, how you got started, and just a quick intro on yourself.
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having me. It's great to be back. Basically, guys, when I got into internet marketing, it all started with video SEO. And I know Josh and all of his list, all of you guys, Samurai bloggers, are huge on video SEO. So I was ranking YouTube videos, promoting ClickBank products, and that's really how I got started. It took me, like 80 some days to get to $100 a day with YouTube videos. And once I got to that point, I knew that I could turn that into a product, like a blueprint, to rank these YouTube videos. So made a product, ClickBank Atlas, and people really, really loved that because it's just breaking down exactly how I was ranking YouTube videos, making money. From there, I went on to start developing software to automate these processes because I just love the idea of automation, making things really simple, just like push button. Everyone loves that. After that, I moved into pretty much everything SEO. I really started focusing on private blog networks. If you don't know what that is, we'll get into it in just a minute. But, it's pretty much the only way to do SEO now. The only way to do effective SEO is with private blog networks. So, I'm able to rank videos with that, Amazon listings, websites, eBay listings, Yelp listings, pretty much everything you would ever need to rank with private blog networks. So we're going to talk about a lot of that today, and that's pretty much my story with internet marketing and SEO.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've hung out a few times, and every time we've hung out, I mean, you just think on a whole nother level, and the way you think it's very motivating because you're always thinking on a different level and very high quality stuff. So we're in for some great treats for those of you watching, and yeah, so you've already mentioned what we're here to talk about, guys, is the power of private blog networks. And if you haven't started using that yet, you have to. I mean, if you're serious about SEO, there's really no way around it. That's where pretty much the whole SEO business has shifted towards, and it's very, very effective at the moment. And we're also going to be going into a very powerful software that Wyatt has developed towards the end of it. So you want to make sure you stay for that and pay attention to that because it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. But before we get into all of that, let's start with the very elementary stuff because I know there's some people out there that still haven't grasped the power of private blog networks, what they are, what you can do with them. So let's start with the very basic. What is a private blog network, and what basically what is it? How would you explain it to someone that has no idea what they are?
So it's pretty simple, and you said it's the most effective. It's the only way to do SEO now if you want to be able to rank for those competitive terms. Not only is it like the most effective, but it's the safest way because what we're doing, we have complete control of these backlinks. That we're building. We're not just using some tool like SENuke or GSA to go out there and just build like thousands of links like we used to be able to do. Instead, what we're doing is just getting a few, anywhere from like 2 links to 10 links. Just we're getting a few of these very, very, very powerful links that we own and have complete control of, and we're linking from those sites to our money sites, which passes all the link juice and all the power from these domains to our money site. So we're basically taking that credibility and that authority from these private blog network sites and throwing it at our money site, which Google looks at and it says, okay, there's just a few of these really high quality sites recommending this website here. So they're going to give it a huge boost, and they're going to look at it and say, that's natural. That's right. In 2014, that's how we do SEO.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, so you pretty much you're creating your own army of backlinking sites.
Exactly.
And I don't know if you were around when this was going on, but I remember about a year and a half ago when the public blog networks were out there and they were really, really effective.
Yeah.
But when you take it the step, and for those of you that are watching and are not familiar with it, all the public blog networks were completely shut down because they were so effective. And now that now taking it a step further, and like Wyatt just said, when you take it this private and you turn it into something that you control, it gets that much more effective. So let's talk about where people can find some of these domains. Well, no, before that, what do you look for in a domain before you purchase it? What kind of things do you look for to know if it's a good domain or not?
Cool. Yeah, I think this is an important question because a lot of the power of a private blog network, or pretty much most of it, is from the domains that you're using in your private blog network. So there are a few things that we look for when we're searching for these domains. Typically, we're going to search for expired domains because not only are they aged, but they're going to have this previous like trust in Google's eyes, basically an authority that we're looking for, and we're kind of just going to take that authority and bring it over and rebuild the site and link it to our money site so it keeps all that same authority and all that same trust, rather than going out there and just registering a brand new domain name. It's just brand new, it's fresh, it doesn't have any previous trust or authority, so it's worthless. You have to go out there and build up that trust and stuff. So instead, we're going out there to get these expired domains that already have authority. So what we're looking for in these domains that we're buying, there's just a couple of factors really. Domain authority is a huge one. I know a lot of people used to look at just the page rank, and that can be misleading. It's not updated very often. So instead of really looking at the page rank, we're going to look at domain authority. For example, YouTube.com has a domain authority of like 97 or 98 because it's YouTube. It's owned by Google, right? It's very, very high. We're going to look at domain authority, and if we can find a domain with an authority of 30 or in the 40s, that's going to be powerful, for us, instead of registering a brand new one that has a domain authority of 1, So we're looking at domain authority, we're looking at page authority, and this is stuff that, you use any tool to find these domains, or any free search tool like expireddomains.net. It's going to tell you what the domain authority is, so in the 30s, 40s. And then the only other thing we're going to look at is to make sure it looks natural, because obviously that's the end goal in this. We want it to seem natural. So we're going to pick up these domains that have a natural backlink profile. So if we look at the backlinks and it has natural anchor text and it just looks like a natural domain name that was built for an actual business that wasn't trying to game the system or do black hat SEO, then it's going to be a good domain and it's going to help you out. And that's pretty much all it comes down to.
Awesome. Now, I know some people may also be thinking, once they find all of these factors and the domain checks out, what should they expect to pay? Because I know some people in the back of their mind, they're thinking, I don't have the budget to be buying these domains. How much have you purchased great domains for? And just to shed a little bit of light on that.
Okay, so typically I don't spend more than $69 for a domain. With that being said, I've picked up plenty for around the $12 mark, which is exactly the same price as registering a brand new domain. So you have to think about it like, getting these expired domains, there's always going to be ones that you can find for the same price as registering a brand new domain. So the budget thing, if you can afford to get a new domain name, you can afford to get an expired domain name. Obviously, there are ones that can go higher. If it's a really, really, really good domain, then these professional SEOs are going to go out there and bid a lot on it. But when you're building your first private blog network and you're going out there to rank these not so competitive terms, which is the majority of them, then these $12 domains will be fine in your private blog network, and you're going to get a huge amount of power from that. I know we're going to talk about one of the rankings that I was able to get with private blog network in just a few days. The domains that I got for that private blog network were just $12 domains or $20 domains.
Nice. Yeah. So if you're watching this and you're thinking that you don't have the budget, I mean, look at that. He's picking up domains for 12 to 15, $20. And yeah, if you find a better quality one for more than that, definitely, and you have the budget, you can purchase it. But if you don't have that budget, you can get started with a very small amount and still get the same effectiveness. So that's awesome, and I'm sure that's reassuring for a lot of people watching because you don't need to have that bigger budget to get into this game.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's also, I know you already mentioned one resource as well. So where can people find these domains, and where are these domains actually being sold? Like, I know there's different auction stuff out there and different sites. So where can people actually find these domains?
So there are a lot of different options out there. Typically, if you just go on Google and search for expired domains, you'll find a lot of these resources. But one that I like to use is expireddomains.net just because it's free. I recommend that one because it's completely free. And there's going to be a lot of hidden gems on there. You just have to avoid the spammy ones, and you're going to be in the clear. And it's super easy to do. You just go through these domains. But there are other resources out there. There are some paid tools to find domains, but finding them for free is always an option. It's what I recommend. It's what I teach. So if you feel like you don't want to go out there and spend money to find these domains, then don't, because there are free tools. I know expireddomains.net is what I usually recommend. Josh, do you recommend any other?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the same one. I mean, it's like you said, it's free, it's easy, and they supply so much information in this one site that there's really if you don't have the budget to buy these more premium tools, you don't need to. You can just use expired domains and you'll be just fine. And then also, I know you do the same as well. You can also use additional free tools to kind of dig deeper into the domains to find out the page authority and all of that stuff, so that you can match it all together. So awesome. So let's kind of now transition a little bit into the case study that you've put together. I know you've been able, it's a very interesting and pretty competitive market as well that you entered into. So let's talk a little bit about that. What were the keywords that you targeted, and what were the starting points that you did to create the site, and then kind of what did you do after with the PBNs to rank it?
Sure. So basically, I jumped into the SEO niche, city plus SEO. It's one of the most common things that when people are getting into SEO, that's what they want to go out there and rank for, because with these search terms, you can start to get leads of people who want SEO that will pay a lot of money per month. So it's a competitive niche in the fact that it's all high-paying clients or customers. So I live in Clearwater, so I decided to rank for Clearwater SEO. Clearwater is a pretty big city. It's the best beach in Florida. It's nothing huge. It's not like Tampa or New York City, but it is still a big town, big city with a lot of businesses in it. So it was decently competitive when I went out there and decided to rank for it with my private blog network. Now, before I said I used $12.20 domains, it only took me 3 of these domains in my private blog network to rank number 1. Now, I was ranking number 4 within 4 days of linking my PBN, my 2 sites, to my money site. And then I added a 3rd one, and now I'm number 1. So it's that easy. With one more backlink, it moved me up all the way to the top. And that's how powerful these PBN links are. So with the money site, I know a lot of people talk about so many different things with the money site and how content is king and all this different stuff, and it's simply not true. Yes, it can make a difference, but it's not king. What's king is these powerful backlinks to your money site. So if you look at clearwaterseo.org, if you want to check it out, it's just one article. It's one article. It's like 500 words on the whole website. There's one other page with just a form to apply for a free quote, and that's it. That's the whole website. But somehow I'm number 1 for Clearwater SEO. So what does that say?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's awesome. I mean, and if anyone has ever looked at the competitiveness of these different terms, I mean, going into the SEO niche is not a simple niche to go into. So that's very impressive. And another important thing that I saw that I heard you say was that it only took 3 of these PBN backlinks. So for those of you that are watching and you think that you need to have 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 different sites to start being effective with these PBN links, that's just, that's not true. I mean, the proof is in the pudding here. He was able to rank for Clearwater SEO with 3 PBN links, which I'm sure didn't cost more than $50 to $60 to pick up these domains. So that's another very powerful thing. You can start, yeah, and you can build gradually. Yeah, you can start with 3 domains, but he just ranked. I'm sure you can pick up 1 or 2 clients within the first month, and then you can just start building your PBN from there,
Exactly.
and start ranking for more stuff. And also, that's pretty impressive that it's just a one-page site
Yeah.
with a form on it. So if you're out there and you're kind of not technical and don't have the know-how to build a real complex site, you don't need to. As long as you have some content on there and a form on there, that should be enough for you. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I took a look at the site, and it's not a very you know graphically designed site. It's just a very simple theme with some very simple content, right?
Yeah, free theme, just install it from WordPress. Literally, probably took me. I even wrote the article myself, so I would say 20 to 30 minutes to set up the whole money site, and then just completely forget about it. And the rest was focused on my private blog network because that's what's important. And obviously, like you said, the proof is in the pudding. And although it may not be the most competitive niche, for Clearwater SEO, people are paying $10 a click on these paid ads, and I'm number one getting free traffic. So, weighing the options there, the $50 or $60 I spent for these domains that I can also use to rank other money sites, not just this money site, and then start to get all free traffic from being in that number one spot. It's huge. It's
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and I mean it's amazing, and the good thing as well is that you can use it for all kinds of stuff. So no matter whether you're doing local, whether you're doing offline, whether you're doing affiliate stuff, whether you're trying to rank Amazon links, I mean you can expand more on that. I mean it pretty much works for anything, right?
exactly, yeah.
So
Exactly. And I know people who have SEO clients that will they have their whole private blog network set up, and they get a new client paying them a few $1,000s a month. Literally all they have to do is just add their site to their private blog network and get results like that. So it's pretty awesome to be able to control it, just like control every single backlink and just be in control of everything. It's pretty awesome. It's not like SEO used to be.
yeah, absolutely, and also it saves a lot of time too, because I know before, it was having to do a bunch of different stuff, going out there and doing a bunch of different links. But now with the power of a private blog network, it's kind of really streamlined everything, where it's very simple to just use some of these links and not have to worry about all the other kind of links, or having to worry to outsource link building to someone else. You can just pretty much do this yourself. And I think one thing that's very powerful about private blog networks as well is that you can easily outsource it. I mean, it could, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can just get someone to just control the whole network. If that's something that someone wants to do, where you don't want to actually be in there doing it yourself, you can easily outsource it.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah.
The only thing with that is just a trust issue. If you trust the outsourcer with your private blog network, because a lot of people, they consider their private blog networks, these links that they have, very valuable because they are. So it's just a matter of trust. But you can definitely outsource it.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we can kind of do something else and talk a little bit more about the software that you've put together that pretty much helps you to manage all of your sites from one place. And it's a very, very powerful software. And I'm going to let Wyatt get into it some more. But I know I've gotten some questions where, okay, once you start buying the domains, what do you do? How do you keep track of everything? How do you control everything? How do you manage everything? Because, once, yeah, you can start with the 3, 5 domains, but once you start getting bigger, once you start investing more in your business and growing that, you want to have a process where it's more systemized and it's easier to manage everything. So let's talk a little bit about more of what you've put together. I know it's very, very powerful. So if you want to kind of take it away and just break it down of what you've put together to make it easier for people to manage their PBNs.
Definitely, yeah. So it is a pretty powerful and complex software, but at the end of it, for the end user, it's really, really simple to use. So basically, like you said, finding these domains is just the beginning. I know to a lot of people, private blog networks can seem kind of like a scary thing. There's a lot that could go wrong. You don't really know what you're doing, and it seems technical. But that's kind of why I created the software. It's called Cloud PBN, and what it does is once you get these domains, you put the domains into Cloud PBN, and everything else is automated. And it's really that simple. But what you do is you put these domains in here, and once you have that, you can control your entire private blog network from one place. And you can automatically generate content and automatically generate these links to your money site right within Cloud PBN. But what I would say is the most important feature of Cloud PBN is being able to perfectly optimize your private blog network the exact way that these SEO pros that are making 7 figures a year just with SEO, the same way that they optimize their private blog networks. So a lot of people, they're like, I don't know what to do once I get these domains, like you said. How do I set them up? How do I optimize them the right way? Literally, you put your domains into Cloud PBN, click one button, and it does every little optimization step that would be necessary to optimize your private blog network. It installs the plugins you need, the random theme. It shows your full post on the home page. Everything that you would have to do to your private blog network, it does it automatically.
Yeah, awesome. And guys, I mean, I've been inside the Cloud PBN myself, and it is very powerful. What it can do, and even the installing of the random themes and the plugins, being able to just go in there and put the URL and it installs it automatically is very powerful. And I'm going to be putting a demo video as well right below this video, so you guys can see a full demo of it as well. But I mean, it's one of the most powerful things that I've seen to be able to really take advantage of PBNs. So let's kind of talk a little bit about when it's going live. What can people expect? What are they going to be getting from when they purchase the front end offer, and then we can go from there. So when someone comes to the page, what are they going to be getting initially?
Sure. Okay, really quick before that, one thing that I forgot to mention is that we also have Tier 2 backlink module inside Cloud PBN. So not only does it let you automatically build that private blog network, but it automatically builds even a Tier 2 to your link pyramid. So basically, long story short, it makes a really, really powerful link pyramid from one place automatically. Now, like Josh was saying, on September 3rd at 11 a.m., that's when we're going live with Cloud PBN. Basically, there are 3 different packages with Cloud PBN. There's a 3-site package, a 20-site package, and a 100-site package. Okay, so let's say you get the 20-site package. That would mean you can add up to 20 private blog network domains into your Cloud PBN account. So it's quite a bit. If you think you need more, then you get the 100-site package, and that's obviously a ton of PBN domains. So you wouldn't really need more than that. So you can get these 1 of the 3 packages. During the first 72 hours of launch, that's when you're going to be able to get Cloud PBN for the cheapest it will ever be. After launch week, we're going to $47, or actually $57, $67, and $77 per month, because it is a monthly tool and it's worth every single penny. It's really, really powerful. But just during the first 72 hours of launch, for the first customers, it's only going to be $47, $57 one time. That's it, and you get a lifetime to Cloud PBN. On the front end, you're also going to get a few bonuses, which we put together, which we think are really awesome. The quick start guide, which is going to show you how to go out there and find these domains with the exact criteria that we look for in domains. So if you don't know how to go out there and find domains, we got you covered. Hosting for the domains, we got you covered. Optimizing your money site, like I did in 30 minutes with clearwaterseo.org, we got you covered. And PBN linking techniques, we have you covered. And on top of that, we have one more bonus, which is 100 hot SEO niches that you can go and rank for with Cloud PBN. They're also the most profitable SEO niches. So if you don't know what to do when you get started, that's a good place to start.
Awesome, and one thing that we completely forgot to mention as well, and I know people might be wondering this in the back of their mind, is does it work on Mac, PC, and the good thing, I mean, you can go ahead and cover the even cream on top of the freaking pudding that makes this even better. So go ahead and let them know how it works.
Yeah, so it's a web-based software, which is awesome, which means, whatever computer you have, it'll work. If you have a web browser, if you can go on the internet, obviously you're watching this video, so you can use Cloud PBN and it will work with your browser. It's just a website. You log in and you have complete access to your private blog network. Now, here's the really cool part. it's mobile optimized too, so I can control my private blog network from my iPhone.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Nice, yeah, and I mean, I've been in there myself, like I just mentioned that, and everything is so easy to find. So, I mean, even if you're brand new to SEO, they've really covered everything that you need. Even if you've never bought an expired domain before, everything is covered. I mean, I went through the quick start guide, and it's so simple. It's just a simple, I think 3 or 4 step process that they've broken down to, so you can just go and know how to find these domains, and then be able to use the power of Cloud PBN to rank for whatever it is that you're looking to rank for. Let's talk. I know I'm going to get some of these questions, so let's talk a little bit about the OTO offer and what's going to be covered, and what are people going to be getting for the OTO offer.
Sure. So with the front end, you get the tutorial videos as well, but the tutorial videos are more just how to use the features inside of Cloud PBN. The the first OTO is a really, really in-depth course on how to perfectly, optimize your money sites, even the more complicated money sites for competitive terms, so that you can get those 3, 4, or 5-day rankings. And then we're also going to talk about making money with this SEO, because ranking obviously in SEO is the first half. You have to be able to make money from these rankings. So we're going to show you the quickest and fastest ways to make money with Cloud PBN, because obviously that's while you're getting Cloud PBN, right, is to make money with it. So we're going to show you some affiliate SEO, launch jacking examples, client SEO, different things like that, and even PBN renting, so you can go and rent your PBN links and just instantly make a positive return on your purchase with Cloud PBN. So it's pretty powerful. If you go through that course, you'll know, like, literally from domains to ranking to making money is covered.
That is awesome, man. I think that's very powerful, because that's like you said, that is the name of the game. I mean, people are purchasing tools to learn how to make money with them. So once you get the tool on the front end, and then you get the OTO, you're going to learn how to use it to its effectiveness to make the most amount of money as quickly as possible. So you want to make sure that you get both of them, so you can really take things to the next level, because the last thing you want to do is have to go out there and do the guesswork and do all that stuff. When someone that has proven to go out there and know how to do these things breaks it down for you, it makes things a lot easier, so you don't have to second guess anything. You can just purchase the tool, purchase the training, and know how to monetize to its full potential.
Right, yeah. Because, Cloud PBN, it's going to give you those rankings, but at the end of the day, if you're not making money from these rankings, then it's pointless.
Yeah, absolutely. So awesome. I mean, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Guys, remember, I'm going to be putting a demo video right below this. It's going to give you a full in-depth tutorial on how Cloud PBN works, and the power of it. And I'm sure you're going to be really blown away by it. Wyatt, I want to thank you for being here with us, sharing your expertise, and especially sharing the fact that you're going to be launching this, because this is one of the most powerful softwares that I've seen in a while. It's web-based. They've broken it down so that anyone can use it. They've even broken it down so that even if you've never bought a domain, they got a quick start guide to be able to show you how to do it. They got the hottest niches for you to go after, so you don't even have to do any of that research yourself. You can just pick from the list that they've put together. And then the OTO offer teaches you how to best monetize and go out there and use these rankings to its fullest potential. So I mean, it's really a no-brainer offer. I'm also going to be putting together a special bonus myself, so make sure you look out for that right below this video as well. I'm really going to be hooking you guys up on this, so make sure you look out for my email and all of that stuff. I'm going to be mailing a few days before, just so you guys know exactly what you'll be getting with my bonuses and all of that. But Wyatt, thank you for being here. If you have any closing remarks, please feel free. But again, thanks for being here, and it's always a pleasure spending some time with you.
Yeah, same to you. One final thing that I want to say, like we talked about at the beginning, is this private blog networks, it is the new SEO. It is what SEO is. There aren't really too many other ways. So when you look at Cloud PBN and you're thinking, should I get this or should I not get this, you really have to understand that this is SEO. This is not based on some little trick. This is what works. This is what people use to go out and rank for those very, very competitive terms that make them $1,000 a day. It's with private blog networks. So this is a long-term thing. That's why we're charging monthly on Cloud PBN. But if you get in during launch week, then it's just going to cost you a one-time lifetime fee for something that you're going to use for years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know just one last thing. I know me and you were sitting in the room with a guy a couple of weeks ago that's making over $130,000 a month
Yeah.
just from local SEO. And his number one tool that he uses to rank is PBNs.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, guys, this is some very, and the crazy thing too about him is that he was able to build that six-figure monthly income. I think he started in January, so it was
less than a year.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 months to put together this monstrous business, and all he uses is private blog networks to rank for his client sites. So it's very, very, very powerful stuff, guys. So Wyatt, thanks again, and guys, be looking out for my email so you know exactly all my bonuses and all that good stuff. So Wyatt, thanks for being here, and look forward to talking to you some more.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's been a good time.